Kristen.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is Talia, Kristen, and Sarah solve myth.
And today's myth is
Walking in a straight line blindfolded. So, what people don't realize, but when they walk, they really depend on sight. So we're seeing how much people really depend on sight when they walk.
Yeah.
And
under this topic, we're going to be doing different variations. We're going to see if you can walk in a straight line, by yourself, blindfolded, and if someone's giving you directions, if that helps, and if you can walk from two certain destinations. Like, for example, if you were to walk from Mr. McLeod's room, it's like your locker blindfolded. Do you know how to do that? And then we would always have someone there to make sure you wouldn't hit anything.
I think that what's going to happen is we're going to sort of walk in a straight line, but in points we're going to kind of wander out of line, and then we'll just start walking in random directions. When somebody's talking to you to help you, we will most likely go in a straight line, but sometimes if we're kind of don't feel like listening to them, then we won't go in a straight line. And going from one destination to another, I bet at least one of these test subjects will start going in a straight line. They'll start going to the right destination, but they'll turn too soon or too late, and won't do it right.
Yeah, I predict that when we're walking by ourselves, that we'll relatively go in a straight line. But I also agree, maybe we'll do little S's, curve this way and then come back and then curve. It's not going to be exactly a straight line, but we're not going to be if this is the line, we're not going to be walking off the side. We're probably just going to be not going straight. And then with people giving directions, I feel like we're all going to go in a straight line because if someone's telling you go right or go slightly left, then you're probably going to do better than if you don't have anyone telling you what to do. And my prediction for the destination to the destination, I feel like a lot of people could do that, but they're worrying about if they're gonna run into something, so they're not gonna be paying attention. Okay, well, this is about the time where I turn, so then Kristen said, they're gonna turn too early or too late, and then that's gonna mess up where their final location is.
I think when you walk in the straight line, I think that like they said, that you're gonna sort of detour a little bit, but then you might go in a mostly straight line. And then if someone is talking to you when you're walking in the straight line, I think that when they're giving directions saying go slightly right or just a little bit to the left, people will sort of overstep it, thinking they need to go more left than they should, or just a little bit less, so they'll sort of exaggerate or under step or something. And then if from destination to destination, I think that people will have trouble because they won't know exactly how far they're going. If they're walking from here to here, they won't know exactly how far they have traveled and how where to turn. So
yeah. And for this experiment, all our jobs are different. Well, kind of. Me and Sarah are going to be the test subjects. We're going to test out this experiment. We're going to see because you want two different people doing it, because then they have two different balance. They have different balance and So it's going to have different outcomes when you have two different people. They're not going to be exactly the same. And then Kristen is going to be recording and giving us directions and making sure we don't run into walls.
Yeah, that's my job.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll talk to you again after we do this experiment.
Bye.
Bye. so we just finished testing the experiment. Can you walk in a straight line blindfolded?
By yourself with no help.
Yeah, so we're going to talk to you about our feedback and what we thought and how it went, our outcomes, all that stuff.
So what happened was both Talia and Sarah walked. They primarily walked in a straight line. Sometimes they would kind of start to go off track.
And this was on the first trial where you walk in a straight line with no help.
Yeah. They would start to go off track, but then they would end up primarily in the same spot that they started at. When they started, it was really straight. They were like pretty much walking on the straight line. But the farther they went, the more off track that they went, off track the line that they went.
Yeah. Me being like one of the ones who was like blindfolded, I felt like I was going in a straight line, and this really just tells you like your eyesight, like you really like walking a straight line. You really depend on like your eyesight, because like my mind was telling me, okay, you're walking a straight line, you're fine. I was like, okay, yeah, I saw my first step was on the line, so I'm going a straight line, and then I take my blindfold off, and I'm like, the line's over here, and I'm like standing over here, so it's like, you really are dependent on your eyesight to walk, because like, you don't know where you're going, even though you might think you're going in a straight line.
And then from the principals, when we were visited by the principals during our filming, and they gave us like ideas, like if there was like, a blind student at BCS, like how would they feel if they were walking in just like the hallway, and it was just alone, and we were like thinking how it might be like really difficult for them to just walk. But if even like the hallway was like clear at the time, so like how would they navigate without like their eyesight? And
Yeah.
we like experienced how dependent you are to guide yourself when you walk.
That really made us think.
Yep. Now we're gonna do the walking in a straight line blindfolded, but now we're gonna have help. I'm gonna help Sarah and Talia. Well, Sarah's gonna help Talia. Okay.
Okay, so now we're going to talk about our second trial. It's can you walk in a straight line blindfolded, but we had Kristen and Sarah helping us, like giving us directions. So be like, okay, go slightly to the left, slightly to the right. So we're going to talk about our outcomes on this experiment.
So what happened was it's helped for the most part, but when they started walking, it didn't really help in the beginning, because for the most part they were walking in a straight line. But then as the farther you went, you started taking maybe 1 or 2 steps to the left or 1 or 2 steps to the right of the line, and having that person guide you, it really it kept you from not taking those steps outside of the line.
Yeah.
And I think my prediction was correct, because when you're blindfolded and then when someone tells you to go to the left, you kind of over-exaggerate, stepping to the left, because you'll think, I need to go further to the left to get on the line, because you don't know, how much to the left, because you can't see. So you kind of, still take the steps at the same time, but it's easier to stay on the straighter course.
Yeah, I feel like I had this problem, because when I was going and Sarah was telling me, she's like, okay, Talia, go to the left, and I would take, a huge step to the left. She's like, okay, that's way too much to the left, go back to the right, and I would take, 1 step over the line. And, it kind of was difficult to understand what they mean, because, they're not, you're just saying, go to the right, go to the left. It's okay, well, am I going, a little bit, this much, or it's, this much, and, it was kind of difficult at first, but then, if you're just inching over slightly until she says, stop, you're on the line, then you can just keep going, and it helps.
And being the one that was guiding Talia, it was kind of frustrating, because I couldn't say an inch over, or just like just like a few feet over or something, because she wouldn't know how much she was like off,
Because you can't see an inch.
and because she wouldn't know like how much she would have to step. So it was kind of frustrating because we would have to word it very carefully so they would know like how much.
Okay, now wait, sorry, what?
Yeah, so pretty much the outcomes were we relatively went in a straight line with the help, because if we didn't have the help, we probably would have had the same outcome as the first trial. So our outcome was pretty much walking a straight line.
Yep. And I think it would have made much bigger difference if we would have made the long line much longer.
Yeah.
But I think we got pretty good results for the length of the line that we got. Now we are going to go film from point A to point B. Okay.
Trial 3.